This is a hard video to make because I don't think that everybody is going to want to hear what I have to say. The people that need to hear this probably aren't going to like what I have to say, but I think that it's a really important thing that if you want to stand a chance at being successful at futures trading, that you need to understand. So stick with me. I promise it will make sense by the end. I feel obligated to make this video because there's so many people coming into the industry right now. Futures trading is like so much more popular than it was when I first started doing this. There was like hardly anybody doing this on YouTube. And don't get me wrong, I am really glad to see the channel growing. And I'm really glad to see the trading community growing. My favorite thing is to meet new people, and we need new people in trading. But I'm concerned that maybe some people are getting into it without understanding what they're getting into. If you want to be successful at this game, you have to go into it with both eyes open. Look, I am nothing special. I've had winning trades and I have had losing trades, but I feel that this channel has been very, very successful, and we've attracted a lot of really good, profitable traders, and the people that are here every day, and they're here for long periods of time. Most traders give up after a year, and the people in our channel do not. And why is that? It's because we understand this thing. There is a substantial risk of loss in trading. The majority of traders fail, and that is the nature of the game. And if you want to stand any chance at being successful, you have to embrace that fact. So let's get into it. Let's talk about why most traders fail and what you can do to avoid being part of that 95% and get into that 5%. Hi, I'm Speculator Seth, and I stream my full trading session every day from 8:20 to 10:30 Eastern Time. So stop by the stream, say hi. You can ask any question that you want, and I look forward to seeing you then. It is a well-documented fact that most futures traders lose money. The brokers have to put statements out on this. There are studies. Some say it's 95%, some say it's 60, 70%, but the majority of traders lose money. And it is the nature of the game. I believe that the market is a little bit in denial about this fact. When this subject comes up, many people will say things like, well, the majority of traders don't really put a whole lot of effort into it or don't really know what they're doing. The majority of traders are trading from an emotional standpoint, or they're using the wrong methods. But it's really more fundamental than that. Trading is competitive. There are so many people out there. If I went to a Facebook group and I asked what works, you'll have so many people that will say, oh, you don't use a chart, you don't need any of these things, just look at it and look for support and resistance. But guys, everybody is looking at support and resistance. How are you going to generate an edge that will result in excess returns off of something that literally everybody sees? It doesn't work that way. Futures trading is a zero-sum game. That means that the winners are paid from money that was taken from the losers. If it was random, you would win or lose 50% of the time. But of course, if you extrapolate that over days, you're not going to win every time, right? And so you're going to have some people that win every time just by sheer luck, and people that lose every time. But of course, we know that futures trading is not just random. You can get good at it, and the people that are good at it are very, very good. It is a competitive game, and in order to get to that level where you can win consistently is a very, very high bar. I used to compare futures trading to like trying to get into the NBA. Like, it's hard to get into the NBA, but it's really worse than that now. It's kind of like trying to win an NBA championship against robotic versions of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James. It's just that hard. So just as an example, I have written a lot of indicators and strategies. I've written dozens of strategies. Whenever somebody comes to me and says, hey, Seth, I have an idea. Can you help me code it up? I always do it because I love meeting new people and helping the community, and I always learn something from it. So I've developed, several dozen strategies, but NinjaTrader has a new feature where the AI can create strategies for you. You click the button and you say which indicators you want in there and which bar types you're looking at, and it will generate thousands of strategies and test them and figure out which ones work best, and then use the best ones to figure out what the next 1,000 iterations are going to be. Literally, Every indicator that you have on your system can be randomly combined in endless combinations, and the computer can do thousands of generations to figure out which way of combining them is the most successful. And that is what you are trying to be when you are trying to get good at futures trading. Now, the good news is that the robots don't always win. In fact, what tends to happen is the robots all kind of converge on a certain set of strategies, and they're all doing the same thing, and then that will kind of blow up, and the market will flip around, and it will be completely different. There's a metagame to it. This is something that you can anticipate, and that if you're a human and you're really looking at that, that's one place that you can be successful. What we are up against as day traders is absolutely insane. And don't even get me started on the huge institutions, all right? I used to work for a large bank. I could see every client's position, and the amount of money that these hedge funds manage, it is insane. And we are so insignificant compared to that. That is the one advantage that you might have as a day trader, is that when you do something, when you put an order in, it can affect the market, but generally the market doesn't really care about what you're doing. But that's why it's so important to understand this risk and embrace it. If you have an unrealistic expectation of what you're going to get out of futures trading, then you're going to push and push and push for something that you just can't get, and you're going to fall flat on your face every time. Look, you could be successful at almost anything else. If you're just looking for more economic opportunity, or you're bored or something, like really, you could try almost any other hobby and you would probably be more successful and more profitable at that. Why do futures trading? You do futures trading because you enjoy it. Okay. Look, I'm nothing special. I've had good days and I've had bad days. I remember one good day. It was in May after an FOMC meeting, and I took a trade and I made $500 in one trade on the 10-year, and it was amazing. And I can remember another day pretty recently where I had just wasn't in my right mind, and I took more trades than I thought I had, and I lost $500 just like that. I remember that day in particular because that was the day that we went to go and get the baby ultrasound. Like, it was really hard for me to have a baby. We tried for a really, really long time, and I'd gone to see an ultrasound and been disappointed before. So it was like a big day, and it was absolutely amazing. Don't get me wrong, but here I am looking at bringing a child into the world, and I just lost $500 trading futures, right? That's the sort of thing that futures trading puts you through. And it takes a certain kind of person to enjoy that challenge, to say, yeah, I screwed up and we can do better. And that challenge, that drama is something that can just push you because you enjoy trading, and you're going to continue to do it. And you're going to continue to look at the markets and try to get good and push to become the best because you enjoy doing it. Because honestly, what chance do you have at becoming one of the best doing this if you're just in it for the money? That's all it is. You were just bored. It's not going to work. You have to enjoy, you have to be born to trade. All right. So if you're still with me, then congratulations. Hope to see you guys on the stream. And in the meantime, stay profitable, friends.